Right, welcome back, and we're here, and we have just beaten the Great Goblin Battle, and we have the option of going north, west or east, and of course we want to explore on, so we go north. We read 21, and we haven't explored this area, and we're told to fill in this map here. There's some goblins in this room, but when they see us they shriek and they go through a door in the north wall, slamming it behind them. That's a typo. It's actually a door in the west wall. Right, we'll search the room and we find 10 silver pieces, 5 gold pieces and a key. Do you want to open the door or go back? We're going to open the door. Okay, key doesn't work in the door. We hear a goblin voice from the other side saying common, "Go away, we don't want any." You may keep trying if you wish, but the goblins seem to have barred the door. Eventually you must go back, read 37. You go back to the room where you first found the goblins, read 9, which I'm guessing is here. You may go one of 3 ways. North, just come from there. East, come from there, or go back to the statue room. Read 36. So we're back to the statue room. Here again, read 58. A lot of turning of pages there. Right, we can go many ways, north, south, east or west. That's outside. We've just come from the north, we've gone to the east, so we have to go to the west. Read 43. The corridor goes 20 feet to the west and looks like entry map 43. The room is empty except for a few small piles of reddish dust. What could that be? Go back or continue. You go into the room and look around, but there's nothing here but reddish dust. However, when you look closely at the dust, you realise it's rust. You hear a snort, and when you look up, you see a strange looking creature coming into the room from the western corridor. It looks like a giant armadillo with a long tail and 2 feathery feelers in front. It charges at you. Do you want to talk to it? Well, it's charging. No. Run away. No, we're going to fight. Of course. We're fighting a rust monster. Well, the rust monster is a level, I think it's a level 4 monster, but it only needs a 13 to hit us, or hit Ben, whereas Ben needs a 15 to hit it. It doesn't do any damage, but it will turn our shield, our armour, and then our sword into rust. Luckily we've got 2 wooden quarterstaffs, but let's hope that it doesn't come to that. Right, so let's run this battle correctly. And first up is intentions. It's charging at us, we're fighting it. And Malon's going to put the lamp on the floor and get his quarterstaff ready. Initiative. Whoops. And we win initiative. Right. Ben. Round 1. Misses. Donald. Hits and does a good 5 plus 1 damage and 6 points. That rust monster has 15. So it's down to 9. Now Malin hasn't... Well, he's not going to charge in until he has an idea whether it's safe for him. His turn is putting the lamp away and taking out his quarterstaff. The rust monster needs 13 to hit Ben, and it gets a 1. Nice one. Round 2. We get initiative again. Good. Ben. Misses. Donald. Misses. Malin. He needs an 18. And he gets an 18. And he gets a 4 minus 1 for his weak strength. He gets 3 damage. Well, at least he hit it, unlike our fighter. Rust Monster attacks Ben and gets a 16. There goes Ben's shield. That means his AC is at 3. I have to take that into account. Round 3. And it's mutual initiative. We'll do the Rust Monster first. Oh, and it hits well. There goes Ben's armour. Alright. But what do the boys do? Ben hits and does 5 damage. The Rust Monster has 1 point. Donard misses. Malin misses. Round 4. He has an AC of 9. And therefore the Rust Monster only needs a 7 or more to hit him. And it throws a 10. Well, there goes Ben's sword. So he has to fight with his quarterstaff. I'm going to say he can't do that this turn. There doesn't seem to be any rules about changing weapons. I think it would take a turn to change weapons. So we've just got Donald, who misses badly, and Malin, who misses. So we're on to round 5. Now the Rust Monster, there's no more metal on Ben, so the monster just turns to fight Donard. And there goes Donard's shield. Ben is hitting with his quarterstaff. And he hits well. He does excellent damage. And the Rust Monster is dead. Right. If we kill the Rust Monster, we read 70. You've slain the horrible Rust Monster. I think the poor creature was just living its life. Searching the room, you find 10 gems lying around, some in cracks and crevices, and some in piles of rust. The total value of the gems is 600 gold pieces. Do you want to go west or back east? Actually, we have to go back into town. I'm going to have to stop here, do some sums and see how much money we have, see what we can buy. We need to buy 2 shields, a plate mail and a sword. So I will pause here for a quick break. But 600 gold pieces and gems, that's a lot of XP, as is the Rust Monster. I will have to look at the DM manual to see how much that was worth. Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to calculate how much money we have to spend buying new equipment. Back in a minute. Hello, I'm back and I did a calculation and we could afford plate mail armour for Ben and a shield for Donard. Ben doesn't have a shield, he doesn't have a sword, so his AC is down to 3 and he is using his quarterstaff. Donard's AC is 3. We've slain the Rust Monster, we found the gems, and we spent a day resting because Ben needed to get the armour fitted to his rather rotund shape. Well, especially needed extra straps and buckles around the side. So we're going to go west. And the corridor goes further west, and are we going to continue? The answer is yes. I'll go to 14. And it says here that this is the same area that we recognised from our first adventure. I'm assuming it means this adventure here. We don't recognise it because that was the other hero who brought Alina to Threshold, not us, so we have to go back east. And we're back at this intersection, and we can go north, read 15. We haven't already been in this section. The corridor looks like this area here, so we might as well draw it. And there are 2 skeletons here, and they swing at us. Well, there's 2 of our frontline fighters, and they hit Ben. He got 3. So he's down to 4 HP. Let's roll for initiative. And they get initiative. Read 26. Oh right, our options here, talk to them. Nope. Turn them, we can't do that. Donner, that doesn't have a holy symbol. Run away. Nope. Fight 84. Right, they need a 15 to hit us and do 1d6 damage. And it misses the first one. Second one's on Donard. And it does 2 points of damage. He's on 6. Both our fighters are on 6. Right. Ben, please hit. Yes, 18 plus 5 plus 2 is 7. They have 4 HP each. The first one is dead. Donard misses. Round 2. Now it's at this point that Malin, who's holding the lamp, sees a figure of a small, slight woman hiding in the corner here, and he's absolutely astonished to see her, and she seems equally astonished to see him. The two guys are too busy fighting this last skeleton to notice her. But let's... and it gets initiative. And it takes a swing at Donard. And misses. Ben. Misses. Donard. Hits. And kills it. It's dead. So who is this young woman? After the skeletons are dead, she comes to the fore. Malin recognises her, and she recognises Malin. With the skeletons dead, the young woman steps forward. "You are going to be killed," said Donard bluntly. "Well, actually, the woman begins haughtily. "I was in trouble, thank you." "Liz," cries Malin, "what are you doing here?" "What do you think I'm doing? I'm here for the gold," she replies. "You know each other?" Donard asks. "This," says Malin, exasperated, "is my sister." "I am," says Liz. "So what are you doing here? And what's that you're carrying?" Malin looks over his shoulder. That's my spell book." Liz raises an eyebrow. "That must have cost a lot. Say 100 gold. She turns to the other two. "Our parents have a secret stash of gold they've been adding to for years. I check on it every so often. I noticed 100 gold coins were gone. I thought they'd spent it buying their dream farm." She turns back to her brother. "But no, it seems not." "I'm going to pay them back," says Malin. "I'm sure there's more gold than that to be found here. Why shouldn't I tell them the truth?" Liz casually threatens. "Well, I could tell them how I found you here," Malin threatens back, "and that you were nearly killed. Which do you think would upset our folks the most? Losing 100 gold or losing their only daughter?" Liz gasps in astonishment. Donard, for the first time ever, laughs. "Aren't you two just one happy family?" Liz's eyes narrow and she hisses at Malin. That was a low, scummy thing to say. Donard turns to Ben Crom, who has been silent. "Do you think we should bother continuing with these two?" He's taken aback when Ben replies simply, "Yes, I think we should. Don't you trust them?" "I trust you," says Donard, not answering the question. "Do you trust me?" Ben says, "I've travelled a lot in my youth, with hundreds of people who all came and went. I've travelled with folk who were just plain treacherous and turned on me when I relied on them most. And I've travelled with folk who act like they know everything and are better than everyone. And do you know what the difference is between them? Not that much." Donard just states, "Let's get a move on," as though Ben's little speech never happened. Ben grimaces at the two youngsters. "We'll make heroes out of you yet. Now come on, stay behind us two. You're a bit more fragile than we are." Liz stares at the hefty man in armour. She suddenly recognises him as the obnoxious drunk who would show up in taverns and spoil everything. What was he doing here? And was he being nice and sober? A strange day indeed. So they continue to the next area. Ben Crom and Donard to take the lead. Liz and Malin Carter follow behind. Malin whispers to Liz, "You and I need to talk. Why are you dressed like a thief from Fogor Isle?" "Yet how ironic," Liz whispers back, "that it's you who steals things." She gives her brother a poky little smirk and walks ahead. So we've just met Liz, and that is of course Malin's sister, and we're here in this room and we've killed the skeletons, and we've got two options: to go south or to open this door. And we're going to open the door. You carefully examine the door but find nothing. There's a keyhole in it. Have you found a key? Yes. You put the key in the lock and you hear it click, and it looks like this area here. The room is empty apart from a chest. We have a thief with us, so we're going to search for traps, and her search for traps is incredibly low. It is, find traps is 10%. And she throws a 55. Anyway, she doesn't find any traps, but Ben has to make a saving throw. She walks away. It's not her job as a thief to open treasure chests. Let's see if Ben fails his saving throw, and he takes 4 points of damage. He's down to 2. It says here we've got 1 chance to drink our healing potion, but that's only something allowed in this adventure. We look inside the chest and we find hundreds of coins, 500 copper pieces, 200 silver pieces, and 200 electrum pieces. They're worth half a gold, so that's 100 gold pieces worth. You start to close the chest to drag it out with you, but as you close the lid, you see a peephole in the north wall, about 1 inch across. It was blocked as you entered. You look through and see a short corridor that runs 20 feet north and turns left. To the east by the turn is a large door with 2 striped bars across it. A goblin is standing by the door, apparently on guard, and it's this little area here. You suddenly realise the crack might be the edge of a secret door. This treasure chest must belong to the goblins. However, you can't open the secret door, so you drag the chest back out, past the dead skeletons and south into the main corridor. Read 62. I'm guessing that means we're here. You're at the intersection of the corridor to the north and the east-west corridor. Correct. Do you want to go north or west? Well, we've been west. We'll go east. Did you kill the rust monster? Yes. Read 55. Then we're back out again, and we're back into the statue room. And where do we want to go? I think we've done this little dungeon, so we're going to go south and leave, but to no Bargle, but a lot of treasure and a 4th party member. What next? Well, they're going to go back into town and discuss what to do next. You know, they're going to ask around if there's anywhere that sounds interesting, perhaps news of strange goings on in a place that was once quiet. Maybe they'll hear rumours of a castle. That castle might be called Mistemere, and I think that's probably where they're going to end up next. Right. Okay, well, I'll see you next time.